This ranch has been in my family for over 20 years. It was supposed to be a peaceful place far away from neighborhood politics. I never imagined an HOA would try to take it from me. But that's exactly what happened. I owned every acre legally. The county records were clear and publicly available. There wasn't a single question about who owned this land. Or so I thought. One morning, 3 luxury SUVs stopped outside my front gate. The HOA board had arrived uninvited. They looked very confident, almost like they believed they owned my property. Their president walked straight toward me. She didn't introduce herself. Instead, she handed me a stack of HOA violation notices. Then she told me I was being evicted. According to their paperwork, my ranch belonged inside their HOA boundaries. They claimed I owed years of unpaid fees. They even demanded I leave within 30 days. I almost laughed. Fortunately, I keep copies of everything. Property deeds, county land surveys, and decades of legal records. The HOA board refused to look at my records. They had already made up their minds. Their goal wasn't compliance. Their goal was control. So I made a few phone calls. The county recorder's office confirmed my ownership immediately. That was the first crack in the HOA story, and it wouldn't be the last. Within hours, county officials started reviewing the HOA's claims. What they discovered surprised everyone. The HOA boundaries didn't include my ranch. Not even close. The next day, the county sheriff arrived. He wasn't there to remove me. He was there to ask questions. Questions the HOA couldn't answer. The sheriff immediately noticed several inconsistencies in the HOA's paperwork. Their property maps didn't match county records. Something wasn't adding up. This investigation was only getting started. County officials pulled every document related to my ranch. The records dated back more than 20 years. Every survey confirmed the same thing. My property had never been part of any HOA. Investigators interviewed the HOA board members separately. Surprisingly, their stories didn't match. Each member gave different answers about when my ranch was added to their HOA. That raised even more questions. The HOA president confidently presented her property maps. Unfortunately for her, the county records proved those maps were inaccurate. The official boundaries told a very different story, and the evidence was impossible to ignore. I hired an experienced property attorney immediately. He reviewed every single document in less than an hour. His conclusion was simple. The HOA never had authority over my ranch. Soon afterward, the county scheduled an official hearing. Both sides would have the opportunity to present their evidence. This was no longer an HOA dispute. It had become a legal investigation. My attorney presented decades of property records. Every document was legally certified. The evidence clearly established my ownership rights. There was simply no room for debate. County surveyors conducted an independent inspection of my land. Their findings matched the original property surveys perfectly. The ranch boundaries had never changed. The HOA's claims continued to fall apart. Investigators reviewed historical water rights attached to my property. Those records went back generations. They further confirmed that my ranch existed independently of the HOA. The facts were becoming undeniable. Several former HOA members came forward voluntarily. They shared concerns about questionable decisions made by the HOA board. Their testimony provided valuable insight into the investigation. Things were beginning to make sense. County investigators began reviewing the HOA's financial records. They discovered numerous inconsistencies involving HOA fees and expenses. Several transactions required further explanation. The investigation quickly expanded. Additional records revealed that improper fee assessments may have occurred. Investigators carefully documented every financial discrepancy. Transparency became the county's top priority. The HOA board faced increasing scrutiny. County commissioners requested a complete review of the HOA's authority and practices. The sheriff provided updates from the ongoing investigation. The county wanted to ensure every homeowner was treated fairly. Accountability was finally taking center stage. During the hearing, the HOA president struggled to explain several important documents. Her testimony raised additional concerns. County officials requested further supporting evidence. None was provided. By the end of the hearing, one fact was absolutely clear. My ranch legally belonged to me and always had. The HOA had no authority over my property. And this story was far from over. The investigation uncovered additional HOA documents that had never been disclosed before. Several records contained conflicting information regarding property boundaries. County officials immediately flagged them for further review. The HOA board was quickly running out of explanations. The sheriff formally expanded the investigation. Legal experts began examining whether county regulations had been violated. Every document was carefully reviewed. The truth was finally coming to light. Several HOA board members were shocked by what investigators discovered. Not everyone on the board appeared to know what had happened. Tension began to grow within the organization. The board was beginning to fall apart from the inside. County land surveys left no doubt about the facts. My ranch had never legally belonged to the HOA. The commissioners acknowledged the overwhelming evidence. The HOA's claims had completely collapsed. As public pressure continued to grow, several board members chose to resign. They stated they wanted to cooperate fully with investigators. Their resignations marked a major turning point in the case. Accountability was finally beginning. County officials issued formal notices regarding the ongoing legal investigation. Additional documentation was requested from HOA leadership. The remaining board members now faced serious legal scrutiny. The consequences of their actions were becoming unavoidable. The sheriff looked at me and smiled. He told me the facts were finally on my side, and now everyone else could see them too. My ranch was safe, and the people responsible were about to face the legal consequences of their decisions.